and start talking to him. Baby, I can't wait to see you give God glory. Oh, I can't wait to take you to the men's meeting. I don't care if he ain't came all year. Keep saying it. Because whatsoever ye sow, that shall you also reap. You ought to come home with a brand new suit. I bought you a suit just for church. And then when you come in, because he's the priest of your house, whether y'all go to church together or not, praise your priest. Let your priest know we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. We wouldn't have what we have if it wasn't for you. Oh, I thank God for your life. You are a wonderful man of God. Even if he's not praying for you, tell him, I'm so glad that you're praying for me. I'm so glad that you're praying for our kid. And before you know it, he's going to slide off the side of the bed. Now lay me down to sleep. Pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, Father, bless my wife, bless my kid. He got to start somewhere, but he ain't going to start if you still nagging it and telling him what kind of man he is not. Making him feel like a man. You say, well, I shouldn't have to do that. Well, you shouldn't have married me. Because it's your job to help him feel like what he is. Because he don't always feel like it. He got problems. He got pains too. Who he supposed to go to? It's better to be on a...
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning into my channel called Take Heed to the Message with Abang Anwa. It just means Queen Baby. How y'all doing this morning? It's good to see y'all. Hi, Henry. How are you, sir? Thank you for coming to rock with me this morning. I greatly appreciate it. Ellis, how are you? It's good to see you. We about to do what it do. The title of this foolery today is, what's the difference between Amber Rose and Megan Stallion? What's the difference between what's the difference between Amber Rose and Megan Stallion? We about to dissect this foolery. And I want to say this. Thank you for coming to rock with me. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming to see about me this morning, because you could be anywhere else, but you said, let me go see what this loudmouth heifer talking about. And before we get started, I got to put that disclaimer out here, because, you know, people think my content is something else. And I just want to assure you what my content is this morning. Okay. I want to assure you what my content is. Okay. My content is toxic. Just because I'm dressed like this don't mean that I'm not hood. Yeah, I just want to put that out there. A lot of people say she fake. A lot of people say that she is she's false. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people says that she just a bad person, she's a hypocrite, all these things like that. A lot of people say these things about me. You know what I'm saying? They be calling me, oh, you petty, you this, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people say these things about me. Take heed, you petty, you know what I'm saying? All you do is when you get up here, you release all this dopamine that make people excited. Your channel is just too toxic. And you know what? I want to tell you my response. My response is, you're right. That's my response right there. You're right. Now, the other thing I want to share with y'all is that there is a lesson in everything that I say. There's a lesson in everything that I say. Everything that I get up here and I run my mouth, there's a lesson. But it's not up to me for you to get the lesson. It's up to you to get the lesson. Okay? I only have street wisdom. Yeah, I only got street smarts. That's all I got. I don't have anything else. I don't have charts. I don't have stats. I don't go into detail about what I'm talking about. I get up in this bitch and get a title and I turn on a motherfucking camera. That's what I do. Then what else I do is that I save a couple of videos and then I play that shit. That's what I do. I get up here and I talk shit. So I'm not offended when you say that Take Heed is petty. I am petty as fuck. Yes, I am. If you say some shit to me that's not right and it rubbed me the wrong way, I'm gonna come back at you. Unless my king tell me sit the fuck down, then that's different. Then I'm gonna sit the fuck down. Also, Also, another thing too, gotta put this out here as well. Do I curse? Take heed, curses. Yes, she does. I curse. I get indignant and everything. Yes, I do. I curse. I ain't gonna lie up here to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I will get indignant with you. Only how I won't get indignant with you if my king tell me sit the fuck down. Other than that, you in trouble. If he don't tell me to sit the fuck down, you have a problem right there. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing this morning? Thank you for coming in. Green Beans, I see you. Grace, how are you? Mona D, what's up, baby? Skinny, I see you, sir. How you doing? Big E, what's going on? TCP, what's going on? It's good to see y'all. Thank you for coming to rock with me this morning. Okay, now the title once again, what is the difference between Amber Rose and Megan Stallion? What's the difference between these two women, okay, that are melanated? What's the difference between these two women? We about to dissect this foolery. There's a couple of people that's going to talk about it, but also I want y'all to hear this real quick, okay? I want y'all to hear this real quick. There is a pastor who said this, and this is for married women. I want y'all to take heed to the message. Check this out.
It's better to be on a housetop than to be in the house with a brawling woman. That's in the Bible. So if you want the man to come to church, be kind to him and start talking to him. Baby, I can't wait to see you give God glory. Oh, I can't wait to take you to the men's meeting. I don't care if he ain't came all year. Keep saying it. Because whatsoever ye sow, that shall you also reap. You ought to come home with a brand new suit. I bought you a suit just for church. And then when you come in, because he's the priest of your house, whether y'all go to church together or not, praise your priest. Let your priest know we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. We wouldn't have what we have if it wasn't for you. Oh, I thank God for your life. You're a wonderful man of God. Even if he's not praying for you, tell him, I'm so glad that you're praying for me. I'm so glad that you're praying for our kid. And before you know it, he's going to slide off the side of the bed. Now lay me down to sleep. Pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, Father, bless my wife, bless my kid. He got to start somewhere, but he ain't going to start if you still nagging it and telling him what kind of man he is not. Make him feel like a man. You say, well, I shouldn't have to do that. Well, you shouldn't have married me. Because it's your job to help him feel like what he is. Because he don't always feel like it. He got problems, he got pains too. Who he supposed to go to? It's better to be on a housetop than to be in the house.
I love what this man said. I have never saw his content before, but I love what he said because the thing is, and what I always tell y'all married women, I always tell y'all, learn to praise your husband. He's the priest of your house. Just like you go outside and you praise your pastor, how good your pastor broke that sermon down, how good your pastor preached the word of God. You're supposed to praise your priest that is in the house. Who is the priest in the house? Your husband is the priest of the house. You're supposed to praise him. You're supposed to praise him. And I know a lot of women feel offended by what I'm saying. That's because you don't have a king. Some of y'all don't understand that concept. But you're supposed to praise him. You're supposed to praise him. Okay? Because I'll share with you why I say this. God said he made man in his own image, right? So the characteristics of how God is, right? Man is made in his own image. See, when you have a husband who talks to you about the way you dress or talk to you about the way you behave, God does the same thing, but it's with the Holy Spirit. When you wearing that dress and it's too tight and it rises up a little bit and you keep fidgeting with it, you ain't supposed to have that dress on. That's the problem. You ain't supposed to have that dress on. When you feel like you too naked, right? And you trying to cover up and stuff, that means you ain't supposed to wear that dress. That outfit, you ain't supposed to wear it. But if you had a covering, you would know better. Now, I'm not saying in the privacy of your bedroom you ain't supposed to be buck naked. You supposed to be fresh for your husband. But when it comes to correction, and I always tell y'all this, when it comes to correction, you have to learn to take heed to the message. Your husband is only telling you this is because he sees greatness in you. He loves you. See, a man that wants to teach you, he wants to keep you. If the man that you're dating never corrects you about anything, never cautions you about anything, baby, he doesn't want you, honey. He does not want you at all. He doesn't want you. I want to share that with you. Now, like I always told y'all, hey Jasmine, how are you, my dear? I know I said your name wrong, but how are you, baby? I want to share this with y'all. If you are messing with a man, and check this out before I say that. Every man is born with kingship. I want you to understand this. Every man is born with kingship because God said, I made man in my own image. Every man is born with kingship. It depends on how you wield your kingship and what you do with it. Because some of y'all don't know how to keep your kingship. And this is why we have women all the time. Hey, Steven, this is why we have women all the time getting here and say, men ain't ish. Because my brothers, you don't know how to wield your kingship properly. You don't. A woman will never be born a queen. She is not. She has to be appointed by a king. That's why I always laugh at women who are baby mamas or they ain't got nobody in their life, because you cannot be a queen. You can't be a queen unless a king appoints you to be one. You can't be. You can't be. That's why I laugh at a lot of y'all who be saying that. A man has to appoint you to be a queen. My brothers, you are born with kingship, but it depends on what you do with it. Because sometimes you sell your kingship to Zaddy. That means you in his prison system. Some of y'all sell your kingship to the streets, okay? Because you want to be a street pharmacist. Some of y'all sell your kingship to the gangs because you want to be a part of something. Some of y'all sell your kingship to the LGBTQIA+. You do. But does that mean that you are not a king at birth? You are a king at birth. It just depends on how you wield your kingship. Some of y'all sell your kingship to your wife. That's why she could get up here on social media and tell you everything that she brought for you and all the things that she has done and disgrace you all over social media and think that ish makes sense. And then turn around and say it's postpartum. Can you imagine? You a famous content creator. You came up here and disgrace your husband and then try to throw it on postpartum. And all the while you was taking care of him and kicking my melanated brothers in the back. Mind you, you was praising White Zaddy, but all the while you were the one that was pushing that money. You were the one. Y'all always go out and build with other races except your own. That's our problem. That's one of the problems we got in the melanated community. That's one of the problems we got. And that we always claiming every damn body. That's another problem too. Just because they tell you they eat collard greens with hot sauce on it. Okay? And some turkey neck bones and shit. And y'all just immediately lose your mind. You know what I'm saying? You just immediately lose your mind. And y'all think that, oh, they love us. They for us. Because we want everybody to love us. Why don't we work on loving ourselves first? Then maybe we'll stop claiming everybody to our community, damn it. I want you to understand is this one thing. As married women, I want you to understand. Praise your husband. Love him. Treat him kind. There are a lot of men that are married that are out here suffering because their woman their woman, their wife, is uneducated about treating her husband like the king he is. A lot of y'all are uneducated about that part. Treating your husband like the king he is. This is why you get so many visitors in your kingdom. Visitors, I'm talking about hoes. This is why you get so many visitors in your kingdom. Because that same hoe is out there calling your husband king. That same hoe is out there telling your husband that he's a good man, that he's kind and caring. And the same words that this hoe is teaching or preaching, okay, you can be out there saying it to your husband and throwing it back just like this hoe right here. Okay? Because like I told you, being married, you got to be two things. And this is one thing my first husband taught me. And I will never forget it. You got to be a hoe and you got to be a housewife. That's two things I will never forget in my life. Two things I will never forget in my life. You got to be a hoe and you got to be a housewife. Now, once you close that bedroom door, learn how to be a hoe. When you open up the bedroom door, that is the wife. You are the wife. Once you open up your bedroom door, you are the wife. But once you close the bedroom door and you lock it, you lock the bedroom door, you the hoe now. Learn the assignment, baby. You the hoe now. Once you lock the bedroom door, you the hoe now. That's what you gonna learn how to be. God ain't gonna be mad at you at all. Do you understand? God ain't gonna be mad at you at all. Anything happen between you and your husband, okay? The marital bed will never be defiled. Anything that happened between you and your husband in that bedroom, okay? And it can be the day of judgment. God just gonna tell y'all, let's go. That's it. You ain't gonna be punished or nothing. He just gonna say, y'all, let's go. That's it. That's it. No punishment is awaiting for you at all. Okay? Except any other sins that you have done. But making love to your husband is not a sin. I don't care if you're the overseer of the church. I don't care if you're a minister of the church. I don't care if you are a prophetess of the church. I don't care if any of those things you are of the church, the mother of the church or whatever. Once you close that door, it's okay to be a hoe. The marital bed will never be defiled. Yes, I said it. Now, let's get into the conversation this morning. Hey, Trey, how are you? Let's get into it. So, now y'all saw that Megan Stallion did her performance at Kamala rally, right? She was at the rally. And she was getting it in. Okay? So I want y'all, how did y'all think? What did y'all think about it? How was it? Was it good to y'all? What did y'all think about it? I'm just wondering. What did y'all think about it? How was it? Because what I saw was two women, one that was at the RNC, I hope I said that right, the Republican convention, okay? And the other one I saw at Kamala's rally. And I'll share something with you. Both parties love to see us entertain them. Both parties love to see us entertain them. Anybody remember the stories that they used to tell when rich Caucasian people used to have like these big parties in the South, right? And they would get two slave boys, right? Two slave boys. little boys, and they would have them box it out, you know, box it out, tie one hand behind his back and have them box it out with one hand. And they would let these boys, they be clapping and everything. These boys would be beating the other boy up till you see blood and this and that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought I saw right there. That's exactly what I thought I saw right there. We entertain Zaddy all the time. We entertain Zaddy all the time. Now, Amber Rose, right? She got up there. She spoke at the convention. She got up there. She spoke. She spoke her mind. She spoke what she thought that they wanted to hear. But Amber Rose is the same one who been promoting all the while. What's she been promoting? The slut walk. She been promoting the slut walk all the while, and a lot of our young girls have been following her. How long has she been promoting the slut walk? And now she's trying to change her image, all because more than likely her son is getting bullied at school. Because I remember when she came on one show, she was telling everybody, "Oh, my son is fine with me being an OnlyFans." You're lying. Boys are not like that. She's lying. Good morning, Tara. How are you, baby? It's good to see you. Now, my whole thing is that now Megan Stallion got up there, and all I saw was titty and ass shaking. That's it. I didn't see anything else. That's all I saw was titty and ass shaking. That's all on social media, all over. And the crowd looked like they didn't know what to say. The crowd didn't know what to say. The crowd, listen, the crowd was surprised that she did that song. The crowd was surprised that she was there. But you know what? Am I ashamed of it? I'm not ashamed, because that's what we're here for. Black people, that's all we're here for, is to entertain. That's what we're here for. That's all we're here for, to entertain. Out of all the entertainers, that Kamala could have gotten, right? Why her? Because the best thing to do for black folks is to pull at their heartstrings. That's the best thing to do for black folks, to pull at their heartstrings when you want them to do something. We're so easily moved when you want us to do something. Okay? We're so easily moved. Hey, December. We're so easily moved when you want us to do something, if you pull at our heartstrings. And so titty and ass made sense to you. Let's get her out here jumping around on the stage, titty and ass and everything, because that's what black people do. That's what we do. We entertain. Okay? We entertain. Shout out to Crimson Cure, because she always say we're the world's whore. Okay? That's what she always say, we are the world's whore. Because we think that's good. Even with the Republican convention, and they had invited Amber Rose. Why Amber Rose, though? Why Amber Rose, though? Because I remember when she started the slut walk, she was excited about the shit. They even videoed so many young women that were excited about the slut walk. Mind you, being a slut is shameful, but they was excited about that. Shout out to Mrs. She Said. Being a slut was shameful. Hashtag Mrs. She Said. It was shameful. But yet they had her up there, had a speech and everything. First of all, both of the women didn't make sense. Both of them didn't make sense. I'm sorry. We're going to do what it do. We're going to call it. Both of them didn't make no sense. Y'all never get women of substance. Never get women of substance. Did she have to be the one up there to say the speech? Did Megan have to be the one up there gyrating and titty and ass shaking? Did we have to see that? Yes, I did, Greens. Yes, I did, Greens. I said up there. Did we have to see that? But no, because Negroes like to be entertained. Yes, I said it. I said it. I said it. We like to be entertained and we like to be the damn entertainers. Ain't that some shit? Okay? Ain't that some shit? But I want y'all to hear this. Check this out from Culture Shock Invasion. I want y'all to hear this because they said Pelosi, they said Pelosi emails got hacked. And this is one of the emails. Y'all, let's hear it. Let's hear it, what she said. Let's hear it. Shout out to Culture Shock Invasion.
For the longest time, the Democratic Party has relied on our vote, on the Black vote, but they haven't really done anything for the Black community. And I want to take you back to something that was revealed. One of the things that was revealed with the Nancy Pelosi emails when it came to BLM. Peep this, fam. I tweeted this a couple of days ago. Listen to this. These were instructions for Democrat politicians during the George Floyd protests. Don't offer support for concrete policy solutions. Listen to this, guys. This has continued with any ask from the Black community. They implement policy for every group except Black people. You don't owe them a damn thing. And we'll look at this. This is straight from that information that was revealed from Nancy Pelosi's email. Tactics: meet with local activists. If approached by BLM activists, campaign staff should offer to meet with local activists. Invited BLM attendees should be limited. Everybody paying attention, right? It should be limited. Please aim for personal or small group meetings. Listen to their concerns. Don't offer support for concrete policy positions.
Wow.
Frontline district staff should meet with activists. Again, we want to focus on number 2. Don't offer support for concrete policy positions. Ladies and gentlemen, the Democratic Party has been doing this to the Black community as long as I've been alive.
I'm telling you.
They'll pander to you.
All the time.
They'll offer you symbolic gestures.
Both of them do it, though.
But it's revealed right here in the instructions that was given to the Democrat politicians. Remember, at that point in time, wasn't Nancy Pelosi Speaker of the House?
She was.
So what was told to Nancy Pelosi and to get her sheep in order was not to offer any support for concrete policy positions. And I have seen this happen with every interest or concern that has been brought up by the Black community to the Democratic Party. They pander to you.
All the time.
They kneeled in kente cloth.
They did.
They gave you Juneteenth as a holiday.
They did.
But when you start asking for real reform, real change,
nothing happens.
Real material conditions,
nothing happens.
They're not offering you any concrete policy positions.
Not at all.
This is how someone like Donald Trump was able to beat Hillary Clinton.
True.
This is why Donald Trump now has 29% of the Black vote in New York. You can't just continue to do this. You can't just continue to pander to Black Americans and expect us to just show up and stand in line for 10, 14 hours at some of these polling stations to vote for a party that doesn't give you anything.
They just want you
to vote. Do anything to help the community.
Nothing.
But you'll watch them put everybody else above you. And speaking of this, here's another one about New York. People don't want to hear it. But part of the reason why you're hearing more Black voters in cities like New York and Chicago and here in Boston say that they are willing to vote for the Republican Party is because they are tired of being ignored by the mayors in these cities that claim that they are trying to work with the Biden administration. all Democrat mayors. They are tired of being ignored. They're tired of their communities being neglected, but they are watching other groups come in to their communities.
Yeah, and get more.
And these mayors are giving them everything.
They give them
everything. Now, I brought this up back when.
Yep.
I brought this up back when it was brought to my attention that Mayor Adams was giving things to migrants that he wasn't willing to give to Black New Yorkers who grew up there.
They're not now.
This is not to shame migrants. I have no problem with international community.
There's nothing wrong with it.
I have no issue. I understand why they're coming here. They're coming here because our government destroyed their countries. And you got to take it all the way back to that. Because if our government would have left those countries alone, those people would still have a country that they can live in that is doing okay, or at least well economically. Yeah. Our government has put so many sanctions on all these different countries. Yeah. These people have nothing left. Nothing left. Look at how they destroyed Haiti. Look at what they did to Venezuela.
Let's talk about
it. Country after country. But now what you have happening is you have corporations, you have CEOs, you have the billionaire class, you have corporate interests that has found a way to pit the workers against each other. And now they're doing this with the migrant community versus the Black American community
versus the
Eric
Black
Adams
American.
Is no different.
Yeah.
Think about this when you wonder why he has 29% of the vote in New York.
And
listen.
That's what it is. Now, I'm going to share something with y'all. Like I told y'all, your true problem, okay? Oh, that's right, Henry. Don't forget Cuba. Your true problem is, okay, it's not your president. It's not who is your president. Your true problem is who is your mayor, the city council. Okay? Your mayor, your city council, your governor, your senators, your House of Representatives. These are your true problems. The delegates, these are your true problems. Okay? Well, your delegates is, well, you know what I mean. So, this is your true problem. Okay? The president is not your problem. Because these migrants, okay? Migrants, immigrants, they don't get over, they don't get in your state by chance. They don't get in your state by chance. The president does not get a big wheel and spin which state come next. No, it doesn't get like that. See, what happens is there's a lot of, the state, the governor has to call for these people to come to your state. Okay? The governor has to call for these people to come to your state. For them to come to your state. If your governor is your problem. Okay? I want you to understand this. Go ahead, Mona D. Voting local. That's right. Okay? They're your problem. It's not the president that sends these people to your town and your city, your state, and all that stuff. It is, okay? It's not the president. It's your governor that is the problem. And check this out. After your governor get the okay from D.C. that these people are going to come here, your governor start checking around which mayor can help him or help her. Which mayor can help them. Now, they explain to this mayor, I'm going to send these many people down. Do you have room for them? I'm going to give you this amount of money for your state. Mind you, as the governor has taken money from the government, right? Okay? He washes his hands a little bit with that money. Then send it off with the migrants to that state. And that same mayor washed their hands a little bit with that money and then put these people in amazing apartments or townhouses in your city. Okay? And then these people will go and get assistance, be on all types of programs that your mayor will help them get on. Your problem is your mayor and your governor. Okay? These people just don't get dropped out in your state like that. They don't. They can't. The government can't just let them get dropped off like that, because these people will either get hurt, they'll get lost, or they'll be up to some demonic nonsense. So that's why they just don't drop them in your state. They didn't just come out of the woodwork like that. Okay? That's the truth. See, we all focusing on the presidential candidates, but your true problem is your local elections. But nobody wants to understand that part. Now, what Nancy Pelosi had in her emails were leaked, right? This is nothing new. They have always pandered to the black community. Long as I talk about hot sauce, hog maws, and chitlins, and some greens with cornbread on the side, and don't forget the mac and cheese and a potato salad, and the chicken, okay, and the rib. Long as I talk about that, baby, I got the black vote. Why is that? Why is that? Why is that? You know what I'm saying? Mind you, this is all high blood pressure food, okay? This is all sugar, especially they tell you that don't forget that red Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? This is all high blood pressure and sugar, okay? But this is what they want. This is what they talk to y'all about, because they want us to have a connection. You know what I'm saying? Oh, because you got to bring it to soul food, because they know every black person that was born in America, okay? And if your ancestry was born in America, I'm not talking about the African people who came from abroad. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking about the ones who was raised, their family from the South and moved up to the North. I'm talking about y'all. Y'all know who I'm talking to this morning. You know who I'm talking to this morning. This is what they say to us all the time. Every black family in America, and their bloodline traces from slavery. You know what I'm talking about. Because this is what we are known for eating, okay? Collard greens, mac and cheese, potato salad, okay? Cornbread, chicken, ribs, okay? Them turkey necks, okay? All this, we known for eating this. We known for eating this. Mind you, this is all high blood pressure. We known for eating this, and that red Kool-Aid. We known for drinking that shit. Yes, it does. It does, Skinny. But I'm talking about right here, right now. Because that stuff that we eat here in America, they didn't eat that in Africa. They did not. They did not. They didn't eat none of that in Africa. Okay? So now, the thing is that if they say I eat hot sauce with my stuff, everybody excited. Oh, I carry hot sauce in my purse. Okay? Mind you, this is what they think we do. This is what they think we do. And it's heartbreaking, because every stereotype that they have implemented on us, okay, we have actually ran with it. And some of the stereotypes that they put on us right now, okay, we doing that shit. We doing it. Mind you, our ancestors will run away from that stereotype. But we embrace the stereotype. We embrace it. Okay? Back in the day, they would say all Negroes do is get out here and they can entertain us. Can't do nothing else but entertain us. Negroes get out here, they can't do nothing else but entertain us. And that's what the fuck that's happening right now. They never get someone of substance to get up there and speak at anything. They never invite somebody of substance to the White House. You want to know why? Because they scared. They scared because there'll be some questions that they cannot answer. That's why they'll get up here and say some famous speech, and they'll keep saying the same thing twice. And they keep saying it because they ain't got shit else to say. They chucking and jiving you. Okay? They chucking and jiving you. Just like they got out here told us all Negroes do is eat watermelon. That's right. That's what they say. All Negroes do is eat watermelon. And you know what? We believe that stereotype, and we should have told them, fuck y'all with that, because what watermelon help us? Watermelon help the body, especially the melanated body. It helps us. Eat as much watermelon as you can. It helps us and shit. And that damn sun, is our motherfucking friend. Let's stop being ashamed of the watermelon. Let's stop being ashamed of it. Watermelon help us, damn it. I'm so aggravated because it gets on my nerve. It gets on my nerve because we can be fooled by smoke and mirrors all the time, and we never see what's behind the curtain. Okay? Somebody put in there in one of my posts, and I know it was a bot. Once I heard the doggone, once I saw the message, I was like, this is a bot in here on IG. Person gonna say, oh, I'm gonna vote Kamala because I'm a vote for VP Harris because she black. I'm gonna vote for her because she black. Okay? And I'm gonna vote for her because she know how to make a big pot of greens with some hot sauce on it. Can you believe that shit? Can you believe that shit? And I know people said that was a sound bite. That was a sound bite. She only said it. She had some other stuff to say. It was a sound bite. I understand that it was a sound bite, but damn it, why it had to be that though? Why it had to be that? Why that had to be the damn sound bite? Okay? Why that had to be that? You couldn't say nothing else? And this is the thing that they get out here, they play in our face. Just like the leak email said, that she said never make any concrete statement about any policy. Okay? We want y'all to continue to pander to the black community. You know what I'm saying? And this is what they do. They'll come down to the church. They saying in the name of Jesus. They jumping around or they excited. Amen. Amen. That's all they do every 4 years. And then disappear. And the Republican Party do it too. It's not just the Democrat. Both of them do it too. I told y'all, both of them demons. And because I disagree with Kamala, there's so many people up there in Instagram telling me, oh, you Republican. You got Republican talking points. You's a damn fool. You's a damn fool. So because I'm supposed to go with my party even when I see shit is not right. How many Republicans was like, nah, I can't rock with this. I'm not gonna rock with this. I can't do this. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of Republicans be like, nah, I can't do this. So just because I'm Democrat, I'm supposed to go with my party even though I see the shit is wrong? No, I'm not. I will sit this one out. I will sit this bitch out. Y'all can say whatever you want to say. I will sit this shit out. And I'm not telling anybody to sit it out. You do what your heart tells you. But how do we sit up here and we think the shit that they saying to us makes sense? You got Megan Stallion gyrating and shit all over the damn stage and shit. That's what we do. Motherfucking entertain. That's what we do. That's all we good for, is to get in this bitch and entertain. Mind you, a lot of us say that we love our children. We love our children. We love our children, right? But we will go with a party and vote a party that passed all these laws. Once Biden got in there, passed all this shit, that it's okay for a man to go in a woman's bathroom with little girls in there. Because today I decided I want to be a man today. Okay, I'm sorry, but this is the truth. How do we think that this is okay? That a parent is not supposed to be told that their child change their appearance when they come to school and stuff like that, or change what they say they are while they in school. How do we think that this is okay? Because as the parent, you're supposed to guide the child. Now y'all saying a child can take all types of medication and get surgery done without the parents' approval. And if the parents say something about it, you could take the child away from the parent. What the hell is that? But it's okay for us to have all types of deletion at any month that we're pregnant. It's okay for us to have deletions. Make it make sense, baby. It doesn't make sense. Now, am I sitting up here saying that Trump is not wrong for the things he said? He wrong because he sat up there and said, oh, I'm not, y'all Catholic people, y'all got to get out here and vote. Y'all Christians got to get out here and vote, this and that. Now, I'm not Christian. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said. I'm not Christian. Mind you, he the same one who talking about in Jesus' name and all this other stuff. And then he'll get up there and also say, well, you just got to vote this one time. You ain't going to have to vote another day in your life. And this is what scared people right here. This is the shit that scared people right here. Because you sitting up there telling people you ain't gonna have to vote no more. Where did they get that shit from? That go to tell me right there is that I vote don't mean shit to y'all. I vote don't mean shit to y'all at all. I got a problem with that. I was reading somebody comment. I got a problem with that people just jump on a bandwagon just because of the color of her skin. We did that shit with Barack, and look what happened. We did that same shit with Barack, and look what happened. Now, I ain't sitting up here saying Barack didn't do a good job as a president. He didn't do a good job as being a black man as the president for us. Now, immigration, nobody likes to mention immigration, but Barack was the hardest president I ever seen on immigration. Barack gave two shits. I don't care if you have children. I don't care if the child was born here. Either you take the child or the child get to stay here. But you can't stay here. Barack was not playing. He was the hardest one on immigration. He didn't believe that we should be giving them money and all that. Okay? But the problem is he ushered in same-sex marriage. But he said he believed in God. But a lot of Christians get out here and back talk. They get out here and back talk because once you get them on a soundbite, okay, TD Jakes, I'm looking at you. Once you get him on a soundbite, right? Once you get him on a soundbite, he'll tell you, well, the times have changed and this and that and we have to rethink this and that. That's what they tell you. The times have changed. We have to rethink this and that. That's what TD Jakes got up here and told everybody. Mind you, God's word said my word will never come back to me void. And also the word will never change. So if God said it's an abomination, it's abomination. When we get out here and we gossip and talk about people and God says it's an abomination, it's still abomination. If you doing nonsense and you having babies out of wedlock and it's, you know what I'm saying? It's a sin. It's still a sin. It's still a sin, damn it. Hey, Kiki, how are you, baby? It's good to see you. Thank you for coming to rock with me. It doesn't make sense. Now, I'm not going to sit out here and tell y'all don't vote. I'm not going to tell you that because I vote. But this one, I got to sit this one out. It's not right. It's not right. We have to actually come to the conclusion that this shit sound crazy. we have to come to the conclusion that it sounds crazy. I'm not up here agreeing with any party. Both of them is demons. Both of them. Republican and Democrat. And the sad part is they still rock with each other. When these lights and cameras go off, all these people who are arguing with each other, they break bread with one another. But they want us to believe that they're enemies. They are not enemies. It's whoever get that presidential seat first. Whoever get it first, they gonna do whatever they want to do regardless. My problem is, my brothers and sisters, that we're always fooled by the smoke and mirrors. We're always fooled by the smoke and mirrors. That's the part I don't like. Because we would rather be an entertainer. An entertainer entertain foolishness. Because somebody said they put hot sauce on their greens. Nobody give a fuck if you eat hot sauce with your greens. Nobody care about that. No, nobody care about that. You invited Amber Rose to speak at the and I'm gonna say it wrong. You invited Amber Rose to come to the RNC. You invited her to come to the RNC, and this is the same woman who promoted the slut walk. Same woman who invited RNC. Thank you, Trey. Same woman who promoted the slut walk. So this makes sense that you invited her when there was a whole bunch of other melanated people that you could have picked. Same thing like Megan Stallion. Did she have to get up there and gyrate ass and titties? Did we have to see all that? Did we have to see all that ass and titty shaking? This makes sense to y'all. Anytime they want to talk about policy, it will always be an entertainer that will talk about policy. And I'm not saying entertainers are not smart. I'm not saying that. But why can it never, why is it always an entertainer? An entertainer. Okay? All the time. I never seen them bring anybody of scholar, any scholars up to talk about anything. Never. Because you want to know why? First of all, the scholar have some questions that they not ready to answer. The scholar has questions they are not ready to answer. That's the truth. Good morning, Lost in Translation podcast. How are you, sir? It's good to see you. And we're always fooled by the smoke and mirrors. And when you get people up here saying that something is wrong somewhere, y'all immediately get mad with them. Yes, both sides is nasty. That's right, December. Both sides is a problem. But because I'm speaking against Democrats, you're going to tell me you Republican. I am not. I just don't like the shit my party is doing. I don't like the way that they are demonizing our black men, telling them, oh, if you don't vote for Kamala, you ain't black. If you don't vote, telling everybody, if you don't vote for Kamala, you ain't black. Nobody gives two shits. We're going to start changing our birth certificate to white, then damn it. Because y'all doing bullshit. Okay? Change your birth certificate, damn it, to the color yellow. Okay, and shit. The color yellow, the color purple and shit. I'm tired of y'all. You ain't black if you don't vote for Kamala. Get your ass out of here. Some of y'all house ninjas up here talking shit. Y'all house ninjas up here talking shit. Because Master done gave you the biggest cornbread. Fuck you. I'm tired. It's aggravating to me. And y'all try to make us feel bad. Go along with the agenda no matter what. Go along with it. Because this is the first black woman. She's black now. She black now. Was she black when she was a senator? Was she black when she was a senator? And I, first of all, listen. I don't care how many times y'all try to play that song, They Not Like Us. I don't give two shits. If y'all keep trying to play that song, I give two shits about that. Oh, Trump ain't like us. I never told you to vote for Trump. I just said the Democratic Party should have gave us somebody motherfucking better. That's what I said. That's what I said. She can't even answer a clear question. She can't. Who does that? Who does that? Both of them is demons. I will keep saying that. Both of them are our problem. I know we don't have nobody else to choose from. Because that's what y'all want to come tell me. We don't have nobody else to choose from. I know we don't. I know we don't. But because we don't require anything from the powers at be, this is the shit they always throw at us. Because we don't require anything. Because when they get out here talking about they eat hot sauce, they eat chicken on their hot sauce, and they eating greens and all this other bullshit, we happy, we laughing and shit. We laughing and we clapping and shit. They play the saxophone and shit on Arsenio Hall. We lose our motherfucking mind. That's our president. That's our president shit. I did this shit too. I did this shit too. I was excited too. When Clinton was up there playing that saxophone, I was excited too and shit. I'm not sitting up here trying to say I wasn't. I was excited too. He the first black president. I was saying that shit just like everybody else. He the first black president. Knowing good and hell well this man wasn't the first black president. Mind you, we did have black presidents, but the problem is that they looked like they were Caucasian and stuff like that. But you can see the features in their face and stuff like that they were melanated. Because you know what? They did so much fucking back then in slavery time. The slave masters did so much fucking back then with the slaves that some of the kids came out looking white. Yes, 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 I said it. I said it. I said it. That's why some of our lineage, when you look at your great grandma, she looked white. My grandma did too. Raise my hand. My grandma did too. Now, the thing is that I'm tired of us being bamboozled. It's aggravating to me. I'm tired of us being bamboozled. It's terrible. It doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. Both parties are the problem. Both of them are the problem. And we supposed to go along with it. We supposed to go along with it because it makes sense. We have to go along with it because it's right. You know, it's right. This is what it is. We have to go along with it because it's right. Check this out. I want y'all to hear what this brother said.
Well, let me make sure I understand this correct. So you got over 40,000 females who got on a Zoom meeting and raised millions for a lady who don't identify as black, but as Asian. Meanwhile, across the whole United States, you have thousands of black mothers living in shelters, but y'all can't get on a Zoom meeting and raise money for them. But you can raise money for a lady who never identifies black, but who just pop and lock when it's convenient for her. What time is it? They don't make them like Malcolm X no more.
Now, I know a lot of people going to bring Malcolm X into this because Malcolm X said that black women are the least protected. I hope I'm saying that correctly, y'all. So, because Malcolm said that, right? They believe that this is for every melanated black woman from every generation. But I want to share something with you. If Malcolm X was alive today, may his soul rest in peace. If Malcolm X was alive today, he would shame y'all. He talking about the women of his time. He talking about the women of his time who had substance. That's who he talking about. He talking about the women who had shame. Shout out to Mrs. She Said. He talking about those women. He ain't talking about the women's of today. He ain't talking about the women of today. Just like Red Lipstick Vibe get up here and she call them cats. He is not talking about cats of today. Shout out to Red Lipstick Vibe. He not talking about them. He talking about the women of his time that were amazing, that had substance. And even though shit was going on back then, they understood the assignment that the family has to stick together. He ain't talking about, that's right, King Ba. He ain't talking, not them hyenas. He ain't talking about those hyenas. So, listen, I'm going to share something with y'all. A lot of people get up here and talk about DEI hires, right? DEI hires. I even saw Mr. Payne got something coming up, or I think he did it already. DEI hires, right? Let me share something with y'all, okay? I'm not here to talk about no DEI hires, all this other stuff like that, because the truth be told, Trump don't have experience to run a presidency either. He doesn't. He doesn't. Even though he was in there for those 4 years, he was winging it. He doesn't. He doesn't have any experience. But will I sit up here and say we did not make money under Trump? We made money under Trump. But now we're reaping the backlash of what happened. Okay? Now check this out. This is one thing that everybody missed. Okay? The president before the other president. It is the things he did in his administration that will trickle down to the next generation. Okay? Okay? In his administration, right? Whatever he did in his administration, once he finished, his stuff that he did good will trickle down into the next presidency. Okay? Because we'll get up here and we'll say Obama didn't do shit for the melanated community, right? Right? I agree with y'all when you say that. He ain't do shit for the melanated community. I agree with y'all. Even though I like him. I agree with y'all. But whatever motherfucking steps he made his last 4 years made us have an amazing 4 years with Trump despite C-19. Okay? Now, the stuff that Trump had done in his 4 years trickled down to Biden. Okay? So, even though we had C-19 and Biden was in this bitch, all the shit that Trump done trickled down to Biden presidency. Y'all gotta understand that shit. Now, in Biden presidency right now, if Trump win, shit still ain't gonna be right. Because Biden presidency was fucked up. Shit still ain't gonna be right. I want y'all to know that. Because we like to miss that part. Shit's still gonna be fucked up. We still gonna be in trouble. Okay? We still gonna be in some shit no matter what. Whoever get the presidency, we still gonna be in some shit. Okay? Because what they're doing is all the money they have been giving away to all these fucking foreign nations and shit. They've been in wars and shit before America was even born, and we decide it's okay for us to get in that shit too. You understand? Okay? We've been in shit. These are wars before we were even born, before America was even thought about. We in shit like this. These wars and shit this shit gonna continue. It's gonna continue. Okay? And I know some of y'all motherfuckers that live here want to see this shit burn, but I don't want to see this motherfucker burn. I don't want to see the shit burn. I don't want to see the shit burn. Because y'all gotta look beyond the smoke and mirrors. Don't you know if they would have took this man out to glory that day, if that young boy who was up on that roof would have took this man, took Trump out and sent this man to glory, this would have been a whole shit fire. This would have been a whole shit fire. Okay? This would have been a whole shit fire. Because America would have been topsy-turvy. All right? But there's powers that be that want to see this shit burn. And it's not fair to the working class and the people who have families. We do not want to see this shit burn. I'm sorry. I don't want to see the shit burn. It's not right. Some of y'all motherfuckers who want to see the shit burn because you got a safe place to stay. When that place ain't safe no more, where the fuck you going? When it's not safe no more. All of y'all who build them bunkers and shit and all that. When it's not safe no more, where the fuck y'all going? Where y'all going when that shit not safe no more? When people find out where you at, where are you going? Because y'all all telling y'all building bunkers and shit. All of y'all telling that shit. When it's not safe no more, where are you going? I don't want to see this shit burn. I don't care what the fuck you heard. And as Americans, we should not want to see the shit burn, no matter what color you are. You are an American, damn it. If you were born here, you are an American. You should not want to see this shit burn. All I'm saying is that we need to be holding people accountable. Fuck that. Hold people accountable and shit. They doing some fucked up shit. Hold them accountable. That's the shit we need to do. We need to be holding motherfuckers accountable. The shit is they doing wrong. This is some shit on both parts. Now, I want to mention this because I didn't get a chance to mention this last night. Shout out to Black Men Unfiltered Network. Okay. Now, Black Unfiltered Network. Shout out to this brother. Okay. Thank you, Malik. I appreciate you, sir. So, this is what it is. They had a show and they were talking about the Olympics, right? And how they had the LGBTQIA plus have the Last Supper. Okay. It was depicted as the Last Supper. But whoever designed this said that this is the supper of the gods or something like that. The Greek gods. Okay. Let me share something with y'all. Okay. Christian people, I want y'all to take heed to the message of this, okay, right here. I want y'all to take heed to this. That Last Supper picture, that shit is fake, okay? That didn't happen. That did not happen. That shit is fake, okay? Y'all getting mad for something that they predict their God to look like that, okay? They predict their God to look like that. Jesus was not white. He was not white. He was not white. The Bible does not even say that. He was not white. I want you to understand that. When we see these pictures of them depicting Jesus, Jesus was not white. Who do you know has bronze feet and wool hair? Who do you know has bronze feet and wool hair? Christian folk, y'all get mad for the wrong stuff, okay? What you really should get mad with is all those women in the church that they got babies coming out of woodwork and there's no husband. You should get mad with the pastor switching up 3 and 4 wives. Every time you turn around, he got different wives. He done divorced his wife, Okay, that's what you should get mad with. Get mad with the minister out here sleeping around with Sister Sally. Get mad with that shit right there. Get mad with the fact that y'all not teaching the word of God like you supposed to. Get mad with that. Okay, get mad with that. Okay, that's what you need to get mad with. Instead of y'all just preaching a part of the Bible where it's all just blessings and abundance. Get mad with that shit. Don't get mad with an imaginary picture. That picture of the Last Supper is not real. It's not. Do you really think Yahshua sat at this long table with a white cover over it and a whole bunch of people outside? Do you really think Yahshua was outside with some tables, okay, and a white cloth over the table and all his disciples sitting at the table? Do you really think that happened? Do you really think that happened? Now, was it a Last Supper? Was it a Last Supper? I believe Yahshua ate with the disciples. I believe he did. But it's not the way we thought. It's not the way they took the picture or painted the picture like that. I don't believe that. I believe there was a lot of crying going on. I believe they all knew that he had to go. I believe they cried about it. I believe they were heartbroken about it. And Yahshua was too, but he knew what he had to do. That's what I believe. Now, did they break bread together? I believe they did. I believe they broke bread together. But do I believe that there were tables outside and white cloths was on it and all this amazing food was on the table? I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And yet Yahshua still ate with a demon in his midst. Yeah. With the one who was going to turn on him. I don't believe we should be focused on something like that, because I'm going to share with you why I say this. And this is a little nasty. Y'all going to be upset about this as well. All these days that we celebrate, and everybody know this already, but all these holidays that we celebrate, these pagan holidays, let these people have their holidays back. These pagan holidays. It's the truth. They just taking their holidays back. Just like now, what is it? They made Easter now. Easter is no more Easter. They gave it gender something quality day or something like that. Give these people back their holidays. Okay? Give these people back their holidays. That's it. And from what I'm saying right now, I couldn't go to Black Men Unfiltered I couldn't go to Black Men Unfiltered show. Because when my king saw he said, what they talking about? I said, oh, they gonna talk about the Last Supper. The picture of the Last Supper at the Olympics. And my king said, what you gonna say? And I told him the same thing I'm telling y'all right now. That's what I told him. And he said to me, I know good and hell well you won't be going. I know good and hell well you won't be going, because I know your mouth. You're not going to that show tomorrow. That's what he told me when it was Monday. You're not going to that show. I said, why? He said, I don't want you to say that. Don't say that on this man's show. If you're going to say it, you say it on your own show. And I said, oh, honey. He said, no, I don't want you to mess this man's channel up. Don't get up there and say that. So I'm saying it on mine. It's the truth. All these holidays that we out here wanting these holidays. All these holidays is pagan holidays. I'm serious. Okay? All these holidays is pagan holidays. Jay said the Bible is just a vision that's been translated numerous times, so I can't really take what's been said as the truth or fact. A version is just he said, she said. Ooh, that's hard, Jay. That's hard, but I understand. I understand. Oh, you said they pulled the string down. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, lost in translation. I'm sorry. But that's how I feel. Okay? That's how I feel. That's what I think. We up here, we worried about all these holidays and the things that they're changing, but these holidays are pagan. Why are we up here fighting over these holidays? I'm just saying. Good morning, Miss O. It's good to see you. Miss Straight Up No Chaser. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate y'all. If you like the stream, please donate to the channel. You can donate through Cash App, also Super Chat as well. If you feel the content, baby. So now we gonna jump on to something else, y'all. We gonna jump on to something else. All right, we gonna jump on to something else. Listen to this right here. Wait a minute. Before we jump on to something else, here we go with Grub Kitchen. I want y'all to listen to what he said. Check this out.
This is a message to my sisters. Protection and provision. You have to be careful with that. That's what we say men do, protect and provide. But we got to consider a man's morals. Sometimes just because a man can provide money, a woman say, okay, he got money, that's a good thing. But how does he make his money? Does he make his money in an immoral way? Any man that will make his money shooting up the hood, selling drugs, harming his community, is not going to do right by you. A man that gets up and works 40 hours a week, a hard-working man, he's less likely to commit a crime against you as a female. Ooh. Notice when we was growing up, most of the dope boys and street guys, they were the guys messing with the young girls. True. I guess because if you ain't scared to go to prison for selling dope, you damn sure ain't scared to go to prison for messing with girls.
That's true.
It just amazes me that sometimes sisters will overlook the way a man makes his money just because he makes money. Women will have a child by a man because he makes money, and then he end up locked up or dead. Simply what I'm saying. Please, investigate, get to know men. How they make their money. Do they make their money in a legal, moral way? If they do, they're more likely to not whoop your ass and do you dirty because they really want to stay out of jail. Anytime a man don't care about going to jail for selling drugs or violence, what you think he care about you? He's not going to treat you with moral standards.
He won't.
This is a message to
protection and provision. We always say that we want that as women. Protection and provision, right? This is what we say that men do, right? Okay? But check this out. If a man is not bringing in the money legally, he don't care nothing about protection and provision. Okay? This is why I tell y'all that smoke and mirrors when you see whoever on the corner, this is the smoke and mirrors that you see. It's the brother that go to work every day and take care of his business. This is the one that will provide the protection and provision. But we will always get out here and glorify scammers. We will get out here and glorify scammers and drug dealers. And then when you get hurt, you come to social media and you come tell everybody that, oh, black men ain't shit. This is what y'all do. Mind you, you didn't check how this man made money. Mind you, you didn't care how this man acquired the house and the cars and the clothes. You didn't check on that. All you knew is that this man was bringing money home. That's all you knew. But then when he go into prison, Now you the same one talking about I can't do no bid. Mind you, you were there collecting the money. You were there collecting the money. I watched and this is not from my mind, okay? But even though I have always thought this, but this is not from my mind, okay? But I watched Anton Daniels yesterday on This Might Be Risky. Shout out to This Might Be Risky because he doing the damn thing over there. Shout out to This Might Be Risky. And Anton Daniels said he had interviewed a brother who went to prison for many years, and the brother said that when men go to prison, they're gay for the stay. They're gay for the stay. And then when they come home, they something else. Now, this can be a man who been to prison for many years, and then when he come home, it's something else. But the true problem that we have, and the true problem in our community, is that we uplift men who went to prison. We uplift the ones who go to prison and do time. We think these are the ones that are the true masculine men. This is what we believe. That's why you have so many women that will go and be with a man who's been in prison for God knows how long. And this is the one we think that is the true masculine man. But I'm going to share something with you. The true masculine man is the one that go to work every day. The one who don't stay out on the corner. Okay? The one who does what he's supposed to do. That is the true masculine man. But we will sit up here and we will uplift the ones who go to prison and didn't learn their lesson. Because there's a lot of them who go to prison, they come out, they learn their lesson, they get on their shit, they do better. My blessings to those brothers who get on their shit and they do better. Shout out to y'all who came out of the system, but you said, I'm changing my mindset and I'm going to work on me. Shout out to y'all who changed your mindset and said, I'm going to do better. But for those ones who continuously keep going to prison, those ones that's going to crash out. I'm sorry. Those are those ones that is going to crash out. Because you have already put in your mind that being in prison makes sense to you. That's why you keep going back and you think that this is right. Y'all are the true problem in our community. I understand you going to prison. I still don't understand you going to prison. But going to prison and you did what you did, okay? But now you learn from the mistake and now you're ready to come home and change what you have done. And listen, my hat goes off to y'all brothers who do that. That said, I'm going to change my mindset. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm proud to call you my brother. But for the rest of y'all who keep going in and out and y'all think that this ish makes sense, y'all should be a damn shame to yourselves. I'm dead serious. Because of y'all going in and out of prison, our young men think that it's okay to go to prison. One thing I could say about me growing up in the projects, growing up in a bad house, the way I grew up, me and my siblings, I ain't never want to go to jail. I got a little brother. He in his 30s now. This little one right here, okay? Every time you turn around, he always in prison. Every time you turn around, it's like a cakewalk. Every time you turn around. When I asked about it, like, he up in there again. He up in there again. That's one thing about me growing up. I ain't never want to see the inside of a prison. Now, I ain't going to say I ain't done some shit that was bad in my neighborhood. I ain't never want to go to prison, though. I ain't never want to see the inside of a prison. Hey, Big Cooper, how are you? Why do we think in our community seeing the inside of the prison makes sense? I ain't never want to go. Even when I would be getting in heated fights with girls in my project. Even when I would be getting in heated fights with these girls in my project. I could have went to jail so many times. The shit I used to do when I was younger, I could have went to jail so many times. But in all reality, I ain't want to. I ain't want to. I ain't want to go to prison. I remember one cop when I was young. He was a white cop from Elizabeth, New Jersey. And he had red hair. I don't even remember his name. But he pulled me to the side. He told me, he said, "You a terror in this project. You always fighting." He said, "One day you may not live to tell a story. You better stop what you doing, because one day I might have to come here and take you to jail. I might have to come here and take you to jail. And you young now. But what if you use something and you delete somebody?" He said it in a different way, because this is back in the, let me see. This is back in the early 90s. I remember him telling me this. And he said, what you use, you could hurt somebody. You could take somebody out of here. He said, "Listen, you better take heed to what I'm telling you. You better listen to what I'm saying to you." And I looked at him. I said, "Well, tell him to stop starting with me." He said, "No, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Because one day you might be the one that I got to take out of here. One day you might be the one that I got to take over to the general hospital. It might be you instead of them." He said, "Now go on and get out my face." And I walked into the court. And I sat there and I thought about it. And I was like, if I keep fighting out here, somebody going to take me out. Somebody going to take me out. I thought about that. Let me tell you how bad I was when I lived in the projects. Grown women feared to fight me. That's how bad it was. Anybody who know me in real life, grown women feared to fight me. They will run up the stairs. They grown, these grown women. They will run up the stairs and then talk shit to me from the window. And I told them, if I ever catch you by yourself, I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. When I see you come from your car and I'm walking down, I'm going to run up on you. I used to tell grown women that all the time. All the time. That's evil. That's evil right there. I did a lot of bad when I was young. I did a lot of bad until one day, this grown woman took a big kitchen butcher knife, right? And I was fighting her. I was fighting her. With the knife, I was fighting her. And she stabbed me in my hand. She stabbed me in my hand. And all I remember, all this blood all over my hand and my arm and everything. And I tied my shirt. I ripped my shirt off, tied my hand, and still was fighting her. I believe that is just the demon in me. The demon in me that I wanted to hurt this woman. All I'm saying is that there's a problem here. Yeah, Malik, you right. Beefing over nothing. It's a problem in our community. We uplift foolishness. We uplift nonsense. We got to do better. My brothers and sisters, we got to do better. Why I talk to y'all about stories of my past is because I want to share something with you. All of us don't have to live in darkness. You don't have to continue to live in darkness. You don't have to continue to see the smoke and mirrors and think it makes sense. Look behind the curtain. Something is there. When we don't raise these children properly, when we don't choose the right fathers for these kids grow up lost. When we out here just screwing all willy-nilly and think that there's no consequences and all disease and AIDS come out of the woodwork, then now you want to cry shoulda, coulda, woulda. That's right. That's right. Miss Straight Up No Chaser said we all have a past. Do better is a choice. That's right. Do better is a choice, damn it. Do better is a choice. And all because I tell y'all we should require marriage. My sisters, we should require marriage before you get up here and start fucking. Because these children need a father. This is why our community is the way that it is, because children need a father. They need a father. Do you think if I had a father who I live with, who raised me, do you think I would have been through all the shit that I was going through when I was younger? Hell to the no, I would not. I would not. If my mother would have chosen better, would I have went through all the shit that I was going through? Hell to the no, I would not. I would have not. Okay? I would have not. But my sisters, when we don't choose wisely, we are setting our children up for failure. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Do my children live the life that I lived when I was growing up? Nope, they don't. They don't. Even though my eldest son did not reap the benefits of having his own father. And I was wrong in the shit that I had done with him. And I can claim my shit. I was wrong. But the other children have an amazing father. Because why? I took time. I sat down and assessed everything that was fucked up in me. My sisters, you have to learn how to understand the shit that's going on with you so that you can choose wisely. And stop getting in heat for just one night and thinking that it makes sense. I know a lot of y'all don't like my tone and the way that I speak, but it is what it is. If you don't like my shit, scroll the fuck up. They got other content creators in this bitch. We have to do better. We have to do better as a community. We have to do better. Stop letting people get up here and lie to us for no reason. Get up here and tell us all types of stories for no reason. All because they want us to vote for them. That's both parties. I got problems with both parties. And now, let me see what else I got up in here. And we're going to run through that real quick as well. Check this out. Listen to this. Shout out to Red Pill Awareness.
I saw something on your IG where you said a bad bitch is an illusion.
Yeah, let me break that shit down for you, man. When y'all look at a woman, you say, okay, she bad. What does that really mean? And I just broke it down. You see a bad woman, you gonna say, okay, she got a nice long weave or, nice long hair. She got nice pretty eyes. She got nice lips. She got eyelashes, eyeliner. She got a face painted on. She got an ass. Maybe she got titties. She got, nice little bag on. So what I'm saying is reevaluate what a bad bitch actually is, y'all putting so much value on a bad bitch, but you can build that for $15,000 to $30,000. So how valuable is something if you can buy it? It's not that valuable. Things of real value are things that you can't buy because those are things that are priceless.
That's a lot of game.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is this: these dudes is getting something that costs $15,000 and $20,000 and then spending $50,000 on it. You get what I'm saying? You're buying something for more than it costs. Would you go to a car lot and a car that costs $20,000 and pay $50,000 for it? That's what these dudes is doing by getting this bad bitch that's really $15,000 worth of work, and you spending 50 and taking her here and doing this and doing that and elevating her to this status. Man, I could go get any woman to turn her into a bad bitch, and I've done it before.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is stop putting so much emphasis on a bad bitch. Put emphasis on something that's valuable: character, integrity, her being a solid individual, her having a pleasing personality. That is elementary thinking. You haven't elevated your mindset when you're still so focused on looks. That's elementary.
Right. I saw something on your IG.
So just like I had showed y'all the video, well, y'all heard the video of Grub Kitchen talking about how women choose men, right? This is how, this right here from Red Pill, my brothers, take heed to the message of what this young man is saying. Because she may have that 28-inch weave and she may have all that makeup on her face and she got her breasts done and a butt done and all this other stuff. But does she have a solid character? She's a bad bitch, but do she have solid character? Can she work within your plan? Or do you got to sit up there after she done paid $30,000 for a body? You got to pay another $50,000 to maintenance her. That doesn't make sense. Because this is what they believe, that this is why they call themselves a bad bitch. Okay? This is why they call themselves a bad bitch. But guess what a bad bitch is? A bad bitch is a woman who she on her shit, but she understands she needs a man. A bad bitch is a one who went to college, she has a career, but she also knows she's supposed to get married. A bad bitch is a woman who is ready to submit to a king. That's a bad bitch. A true queen is a woman that is ready to submit to her king. Without any stipulations. I'll be this way once I see you act this way. Can you imagine? I'ma be feminine once I see you be like this to me. Mind you, being feminine, okay? Mind you, being feminine, you're supposed to already be like that. Or some type of feminine traits. Because I can't sit up here and say I'm fully feminine myself, because I use my sexuality to use my sexuality to entice my husband. That's how mine work all these years. Okay? That's how mine work. I don't really have femininity in me. But Trey always clown me about that. He'd be like, that's a feminine trait. Take heed. Okay? But anyway, I digress. But what I'm saying is that there are women that's out here. I'm a bad bee. You gotta cash at me $500 before I even speak to you. You got to cash at me $500 before I even speak to you. Baby, you a hoe. You a hoe. You a hoe. Okay? You a hoe. If a man got to go out his way and pay for anything that is outlanderish, that's crazy, you a hoe. You a hoe. Okay? Because remember, this man is trying to get to know you. I remember one time, yes, Maya, that's right, 304 for hire, that's right. I remember one time, I was on Sir Hill Speak show, and he said, or was I on his show? I was watching it. I probably was watching it. And he said there will be a time where Men of substance won't even come for women that look like 10s. They won't even come for women that look like 10s. They're going to start going for women who are, I'll say this. They will start coming for women that look like me. That's what he said. They will start to come for women that look like me. That have a mindset that they know they're ready to be led. That have a mindset to know that family comes first. That has a mindset to know that the king is the head. Y'all bad bees ain't doing that. Y'all ain't doing that. Y'all quick to tell somebody I am queen. I do what the fuck I want to do. And y'all gonna be the ones that's gonna miss out. Okay? Because you know what? Y'all president already done. She already said she taking boyfriend applications. Okay? Vivica Fox already said she taking boyfriend applications at 60. You gonna miss out trying to be a bad bitch. You gonna miss out. You're going to miss out what you are designed to do. You're going to miss out. Hey, 18, how are you, baby? And he right. Now, I got one more thing else to share with y'all, that the shit that our mamas think that, you know, what our mamas had done to us when we were younger. All these lies and shit. And then later want to come and confess and you already grown and shit. I don't like that part. I don't like that part. Because you could tell the truth. You could tell the truth. When I was younger, that would have been better. But everybody have a dark story like this. I have one too. Where my mama slept with a man and messed with my daddy too. Okay? And they both looked alike. Mm-hmm. And when did she tell me this? I was already grown when she told me. I was already grown, so I couldn't even get up here because this is the man that I have always known to be my father. So I couldn't get up here and say, let's get a DNA test. But did I tell him? I told him. But what do you do now? As old as you are trying to get a DNA test, you might as well stick with the man who you always knew that was your father in the first place. Ain't that some shit? That's why I promote DNA. I promote DNA testing at birth. I promote that. I promote it because it's heartbreaking to me. Even me and my husband being married as long as we have DNA on our children. And I ain't had to. There's no law that says I had to. Because I'm legally married to this man. There's no law that say I had to. But I wanted to show him. Prove to him that I'm worthy to be trusted. I promote it wholeheartedly. DNA is a must. It's a must, baby. I still remember the day me and my king went to the courthouse in Elizabeth. First DNA test. And my king looked at me before we went into the courtroom. He said to me, do you have anything to tell me? I said, nope. I said, but what I would like is that after we leave here, I want to go have lunch at the Tropicana. He said, oh, yeah. I said, yeah. He said, you sure of yourself? I said, I am. I'm sure of myself. And what happened? 99.9. I walked out of there. My king looked at me. He smiled so hard. He said, damn. I said, it is what it is. Let's go eat because I'm hungry. That's what I told him. Now, check this out. I want y'all to listen to this skit. Well, it's not a skit. It's a DNA court, testing. It's so sad. Check this out, y'all.
I know him my whole life. He don't even want to call me father. That's who I grew up known as my father. So Mr. Roberts is my biological father. That's it.
I always believed that Jamie was my daughter. I raised her as my daughter as the other children in my life.
Said I always
only knows me as a father.
Mm-hmm.
I never even knew anything about this gentleman here.
She
So
looked like him
29
too.
years.
She looked like him.
Yes. He's been through everything with you. Yes. I had a phone conversation with my mother. Then she mentioned Mr. Banks. And she said, don't you remember the guy that I told you who thought he was your father? When she said that to me, Your Honor, it was a what moment. Like, what are you talking about? So she said that he wanted to get in contact with me. I gave her my number to give to him, or she gave me his number. I can't remember how we actually got in contact. And then we reached out to one another. So all of a sudden, a man named Mr. Banks comes to the picture, and this man could be your father. Yes, Your Honor. My mother told me that someone else could be my father.
I was kept in the dark about all this. I never knew anything about Mr. Banks. I also, spent 8 months in jail for unpaid child support.
Yeah, he went through a lot.
And I'm $75,000 in arrears. I'm the last one to know everything.
Mr. Roberts, you are not the father.
You're not the father.
You're still my daughter. I love you. You're always gonna be my daughter.
29
The next result
years.
reads as follows. Mr. Banks, you are the father. Do you want to be a part of the family?
Yes, sir.
The second man is the father. Can you imagine? 29 years, one has been raising her, being the father he's supposed to be. Child support in arrears. Can you imagine? All the while, the woman was lying. She sat up in the courtroom, her face all like, she didn't know what the hell going on. But she's the cause of it. See, my sisters, when you go up there and swing from the chandelier with every man and a baby come out of it, baby, you the problem. You the problem because you don't know who the baby daddy is. What y'all do is that whoever is doing better at the time, that's the baby daddy. You wrong for that shit. And bring these children to this world and they don't know who their daddy is. It's wrong. It is wrong. But when I tell y'all, this is what you say to me, Mama, well, things happen. I was doing this and I was doing that. But why are you doing this and doing that, though? Why y'all giving away that pussy like it's a collection plate? We should not be doing that. The children suffer in the end. She 29 years old. She don't know who her father was. All those years, she thought one man was her daddy. Shout out to LL Cool 43. Shout out to that brother. He always got amazing content that he copies. Shout out to that brother. But it's a doggone shame. And what we do. She just made a foolish choice. She just made a foolish choice. We always give grace to the women. We always give grace. But they're the same ones that march around here talking about my body, my choice. My body, my choice. They're the same ones that march around here, my body, my choice. Let's have the choice of learning how to close your legs. Let's have that choice. Let's have that choice. My sisters and my brothers, all I want to just tell y'all is that a mindset change needs to be done. A mindset change needs to be done. I don't know how many times I could tell y'all this, but a mindset change needs to be done. We have to do better. We have to do better. We should want better for our children. We sitting up here arguing in a debate about who will be the next president. But they already chose who the president gonna be. They already know who the next president gonna be. We just don't know. We the people just don't know. Stop getting upset, getting in a full-on argument with people that disagree with who you think gonna be president. The powers that be already know who they have chosen. Excuse me. What we have to focus on what we have to focus on is the local elections. The local elections is your problem. If you tired of seeing all these immigrants in your state, your mayor and your governor is your problem. They're the ones that called down to DC to get these people. We doing it 360, y'all. And also, I want to throw this in here before we get out of here. Guess what comedian Godfrick had said? I want y'all to listen to what he said. Check it out, y'all.
Robert Downey Jr. is set to play Dr. Doom. He replaces Jonathan Majors. Now, there's a lot of backlash happening because of this, because, Robert Downey Jr., who has a criminal record, drug possession, all kinds of shit. By the way, I love Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. is one of the baddest actors around. Love him. Iron Man, Charlie Chaplin. I mean, the boy is bad as shit, But Jonathan Majors is getting a raw deal, man. Why can't they forgive him, man? This is one little thing that happened. First of all, there was a white woman chasing his ass. That's all I'm saying. I think the guy should be forgiven. But, I don't want to bring up race. Why does it have to be about race? Well, obviously it is about race. And it's kind of unfair because white actors can be on heroin, be in rehab, all kinds of shit, and they get chances. They get other chances to redeem themselves. And it's always an amazing story. He was in rehab and then he came back and won an Oscar. You understand where I'm coming from? It's the same thing they do to Denzel. Denzel should have 5 Oscars by now, but they limit him to 2. He should have him for Malcolm X. He should have him for A Man on Fire, John Q. I'm just saying, you guys know what I'm talking about. It's the hidden, can we say racism? Yeah. Jonathan Major is such a fantastic actor. Lovecraft, he killed it. Creed 3, Jonathan Majors killed it. He's so fantastic. And then they haven't forgiven him. Oh, check this out. Why don't they have Jonathan Majors play a white man in the Marvel Universe? How about that? Because Robert Downey got to play a black man in Tropic Thunder, which he killed, by the way.
He did it.
And that's the cool thing. See, white actors can play us, but we can't play them. You understand? And they can play us and then stop being black and then go back to being white and get advantages.
Well,
I think that's a little unfair.
That's what they doing in DC.
It's a little bit unfair. I'm a little disappointed in you, Hollywood. Jonathan Majors deserves a chance. He should be in Marvel. How could you do that to this guy? He's a great actor. He's learned his lesson. I think that's pretty sad. We're supposed to be supposedly progressive. Instead of 2024, it's still 1924. Since we have all these disparities, these racial disparities, since it's a multiverse in Marvel, why can't we have different verses, different racial universes? Just have a whole black Marvel universe, right? You can have an Indian one, an Asian one, an Arab one. Why can't we have our own universe? Huh?
But why we keep doing different universes and stuff like that in Marvel? I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand that. And I love Marvel, okay? But, I mean, y'all doing too much, okay? Y'all doing too much. Because Downey Jr., right? Okay? Downey Jr., I always say his name wrong. This man was like a problem for y'all. Y'all said he never came on time. He was always high, this and that. Allegedly. That's what y'all said, okay? Y'all said he was always a problem, okay? All right? Y'all, that's what y'all said. Everybody in Hollywood said this man was always a problem. But now, Jonathan Majors, who y'all ready to just throw to the wind, y'all have thrown this man to the wind. Someone who's on his A game, who believes in his craft, y'all get rid of him for something that he didn't do anything wrong. All he was trying to do was put this girl back in the car and her finger got broke. Her finger got broke or got hurt or something, and they called that abuse. Okay? And he was trying to get away from her. But yet and still, because why? You want to make an example out of this man. But my brothers too, y'all got to start reading the writing on the wall as well. You got to start reading the writing on the wall as well. But here we go. Robert Downey Jr. will be the next, okay? Let's see how this play out. Let's see how it play out. But are we sitting up here saying that racism doesn't exist? Because that's what y'all always say. Racism doesn't exist. But anytime when shit come to the forefront, we see that it exists. But am I saying racism should hold you back from anything? It should not. You got to work on yourself and get your shit together. And if somebody don't want to hire you, okay, if somebody don't want to hire you, y'all got to start to learn to build your own shit. You got to start to learn how to build your own shit. Y'all see how fast y'all got all that money together for Kamala like that? That was just a Zoom call. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? That was just a Zoom call and shit. Black America, you have money, but you have money for the wrong reasons. You don't have money to build the community. You don't have money to build schools. You don't have money to build colleges. You don't have money to build housing. You don't have money for that. But you have money to give Kamala Harris, who all she had to preach is they ain't like us. They ain't like us. That's all. And we agree with the shit. The smoke and mirrors is real, but we always miss it. We could do everything to help everybody else community except our own. And when I say we help everybody else community except our own, just look at yourself in the mirror. After you get off this live, I want you to go to the mirror and look at yourself. Make sure you fully dressed. Got every name in the book on, because some of y'all wear all name brand. Got every name in the book on, down to your sneakers. I want you to go look in the mirror, okay? You got everybody clothes on. Everybody clothes on. All name brand. You have helped the Italian community, the Caucasian community, the Asian community, but nothing on your body is the black community. You have not done nothing. You have not done nothing. We don't help our own. You got to wear labels all over your body to think that you exist. Ain't that terrible? You got to wear labels all over your body to believe that you exist. Only my melanated brothers and sisters do that. Nobody else does that. Miss O said, I make my clothes. Go ahead, Miss O. I like that. We have to do better, my people. We have to do so much better. It's not funny. We have to do so much better. I want y'all to hear something else. Amanda Seales has said this, and I think she lying. Amanda Seales claims she told Kamala Harris that she is disingenuous. Check it out. Check out what she said.
Stating things. I don't need politicians to state things. I need politicians to do things. When I met with Kamala Harris after she summoned me, I said to her straight up, you talk out two sides of your neck and we don't know what you're talking about. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Kamala Harris who's trying to shut me the fuck up. Because I told her straight up that I feel like she is disingenuous in her messaging. And she said to me, well, you're being too critical. And I said, I am a voter. I'm supposed to be critical. That's my job. And I want to see actions. She clips.
Is that not the pot calling the kettle black? Is that not the pot calling the kettle black? Because Amanda Seales gaslight every motherfucking thing that happens with her in her space. And then have all these black women running like they crazy. Okay? Running like they crazy. Just like how Kamala got all these black women running around here talking about, if you don't vote for Kamala, you ain't black. Okay? But this heifer right here, she gaslight every motherfucking thing. And so now we supposed to believe you that you said this to Kamala Harris. Okay? Mind you, both of y'all on the same gravy train. Okay? Y'all both on the same gravy train.
About racism in America without calling Americans racist. I said, well, first of all, there are many racist Americans. But there's also policy, legislation, institution, and systems that are racist that need to be addressed. They need to be addressed. And if you're not going to do that in an actualized way and in a loud, bold way, people will never really know where you're coming from. Well, you can't tell me how I feel. So I'm not telling you how you feel. I'm telling you how you sound. I'm telling you how you sound. Okay? The truth is that you should always question your source. And what are they supposed to talk about?
Now, at the ending part when she said the truth is you should always question your source. Yes, you should. You should. You should always question your source. But you're not going to get up here and go in on Kamala, right? And you do the same shit to us. You do the same shit to us. You do the same shit. Amanda Seales, you do the same shit to us. You gaslight every motherfucking thing. And so now, here we go. Listen. Go get some act right, baby. Go get some act right. We done. Go get some act right. Everybody have a wonderful day. Much love to you all. I appreciate y'all coming out to rock with me today. Thank you so much. I just want to say I appreciate y'all because y'all could be anywhere else. But y'all said, I want to come rock with Take Heed to the Message and let her run her mouth. And I appreciate y'all. Okay? I appreciate y'all. And on that note, we going to rock out with somebody who said they put, they wash collard greens in the tub. We going to rock out with that. We going to rock out with that. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Uh-oh, I'm messing up. Give me a minute, y'all. Give me a minute. Oh, I guess it don't want me to have it to work today. I don't know what's going on. I can't get the volume up. I can't get the volume up. And I'm trying to get the volume up. I don't know what's going on. Hold on, y'all. Here we go. You know what? Let's rock out to this. Here we go.